Today I'm discussing about different type of fauna. So nothing but chordate organisms. Last class, Protozoa, Porifera, Celenterata, Platyhelminthes, Nematelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Okay, so this Chordata phylum is divided into three subphyla: Urochordata, Cephalochordata, Vertebrata. Okay, so Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. Urochordata and Cephalochordata both are collectively called protochordata. Both are collectively called protochordata. Okay. So it is chordata is divided into chordata is divided into three subphyla. Divided into three subphyla. Okay. So first one, subphylum one, Urochordata. Urochordata. Subphylum two, Cephalochordata. Cephalochordata. Subphylum three, Vertebrata. Vertebrata. Okay. So subphylum three, Vertebrata. Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. Okay. So Urochordata and Cephalochordata both are collectively called Protochordata. Protochordata. Okay. Urochordata and Cephalochordata both are collectively called Protochordata because of primitive characters. So both are contain primitive characters. Both are contain primitive characters. Okay. So right. Next, vertebrate. What is meant by vertebrata? What is meant by vertebrata? Due to the presence of vertebral column around the spinal cord, hence the name is called vertebrata. Due to the presence of vertebral column around the spinal cord, hence the name is called vertebrata. Okay. So right. In the vertebrata, these following organisms are present. Okay. Okay. First one, fishes. 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 Next, number two. Number two, amphibians. Amphibians. Number three, reptile. Number four. Number four, birds. Number five, mammal. Okay. So, my friends, please observe one point. In the natural resources syllabus, okay, ఆల్రెడీ కవర్డ్ ద ఈ టెక్నో సిలబస్. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే మనం చాలా డీప్ గా వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాం. ఓకేనా. సో పేరుకేమో న్యాచురల్ రిసోర్సెస్. ఈ న్యాచురల్ రిసోర్సెస్ లో డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ పానా గురించి చెప్తా ఉన్నాం. ఈ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ పానా గురించి చెప్పేటప్పుడు డీప్ గా వెళ్ళిపోతే ఈ టెక్నో సిలబస్ కూడా మీకు కవర్ అప్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా. సో రైట్, రెండు విధాలుగా కవర్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, అటు స్టేట్ సిలబస్ కవర్ అవుతుంది, తర్వాత వచ్చేసి ఈ టెక్నో సిలబస్ కూడా కవర్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. కాబట్టి జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి అమ్మా. రైట్. Fishes. Okay. So in the vertebrata, four classes are present: fishes, amphibians, reptiles, aves or birds, and mammals. Okay. So the study of fishes is called ichthyology. Okay. Ichthyology. The study of fishes is called ichthyology. The study of amphibians is called watercology. Okay. Watercology. The study of amphibians is called watercology. Okay. So, right. Next one, the study of reptiles is called herpetology. Called herpetology. Herpetology. Okay. So, herpetology. The study of birds is called ornithology. Okay. Ornithology. Ornithology. Okay. The study of mammals is called mammalogy. Okay. Mammalogy. Okay. So right. So these are studies. The study of fishes is called ichthyology. The study of amphibians is called watercology. The study of reptiles is called herpetology. The study of birds is called ornithology. Okay, so ornithology. The study of mammals is called mammalogy. Okay, like that. So these are uh, vertebrate organisms. So come to fishes. Most important points and what are most salient features of fishes? Most salient features of amphibians, reptiles, waves, and mammals. అన్ని కూడా డీటెయిల్ గా రాసుకుంటాము. ఓకే రైట్. Fishes. First one really over. The study of fishes is called ichthyology. The study of fishes is called ichthyology. Okay. So, fishes which lives all fishes which lives in marine water or aquatic water. Marine or marine or fresh water. Fresh water. Okay. Marine or fresh water. Okay. So marine or fresh. So marine or fresh water. Fresh water. Okay. So, fresh water or next these are 5 kilograms. These are 5 kilograms or cold-blooded organ. Cold-blooded organ. Okay. Cold-blooded organ. What are 5 kilograms or cold-blooded organisms? Okay. This is most important to know. Okay. So, organisms body temperature frequently changes depend upon the external environmental temperature. Organisms body temperature is frequently changes depend upon the external environmental temperature. External environmental temperature is called 5 kilograms or cold-blooded organisms. 5 kilograms or cold-blooded organisms. Okay, right. Okay. Next one. Total body is covered by mesodermal originates scales. These are scales. Okay. These are these are total body is covered by mesodermal originates scale. Okay. Mesodermal originates. Okay. Mesodermal originates scale. So these are mesodermal originates. Okay. So this is operculum. This is operculum. This is operculum. This is operculum. Okay. Right. This operculum is present in bony fishes, absent in cartilaginous fishes. Absent in cartilaginous fishes. This operculum is present in bony fishes. So this one present in bony fishes. Operculum is present in bony fishes. Bony fishes. Okay, this is most important. Okay, total body is covered by scales. These scales are derived from mesoderm, mesodermal organ, mesodermal organ. Okay, right. Next one. Fifth point, observe this. Most important point. Monocornate skull is present. Monocornate. Monocornate skull. Monocornate skull is present. What is the monocornate skull? Only one hospital condyle is present in the skull. Only one hospital condyle. Only one hospital condyle. Hospital condyle. Only one occipital condyle is present in the skull. Only one. This is called monocornalic. This is called monocornalic skull. Okay. So, next one. Ah, next dentation. Dental formula ఎలా ఉంటుంది? Ecrodont, ecrodont, polyphyodont, and homodont. 6th point. Ecrodont, ecrodont, polyphyodont, polyphyodont, and homodont, and homodont. So this is about dentation. What is ecrodont? Teeth are attaches to jawbone only. Just attaches to jawbone. Is called ecrodont. Is called ecrodont. Teeth are attaches to outer surface of jawbone. Only to outer surface of jawbone. So such type of teeth is called ecrodont. Ecrodont teeth is weak. Okay, so weak dentation or weak teeth. Okay, next polyphyodont. So teeth are replaced many times. Teeth are replaced many times in total lifespan of organism. So it's called polyphyodont. Homodont. All teeth are similar in the structure and function. All teeth are similar in the structure and function. It's called homodont. So this is a dentation about fishes. Okay. So ecrodont, polyphyodont, and homodont. And homodont. Okay. Right. So this is next one. Heart. The seventh point of now. Heart. This is this one atria, one ventricle is present. Okay. So one atria, one ventricle is present. Okay. Two-chambered heart is present. Two-chambered heart is present in fishes. Okay. So fish heart is branchial heart. Fish heart is branchial heart. Branchial heart. Venous heart. Venous heart. Okay. Branchial heart and venous heart. Why fish heart is considered branchial heart and venous heart? Okay. Fish heart supplies blood to only gills, not total body parts. Not total body parts. Okay. So fish heart supplies blood to only gills. It's called branchial heart. It's called branchial heart. In Greek language, branchials means gills. Okay. So in Greek language, branchials means gills. Okay. Right. So next one. Ah, fish heart. Why fish heart is considered venous heart? Okay, so inside the fish heart always supplies deoxygenated blood. Inside the fish heart always supplies deoxygenated blood. Okay, so inside the heart always supplies deoxygenated blood. So fish heart is also called venous heart. Okay, so the shape of fish heart, Venus shape. The shape of fish heart, Venus. Okay? Yes, yes, shape. Yes, shape. This is about fish heart. Branchial heart, Venus heart, and S-shaped heart. And S-shaped heart. Okay. So, why? So, heart supplies blood to only gills. గిల్స్ కి మాత్రమే సప్లై చేస్తారు అందువల్ల ఏమంటారు అంటే branchial artery. Okay. So, inside the fish heart always supplies deoxygenated blood. So fish heart is also called venous. The shape of fish heart S shape. The shape of fish heart S shape. Okay. So this is about heart. Next one observe చేసినట్లయితే గిన kidney. Mesonephric type of kidney is present. Mesonephric type of mesonephric kidney. Mesonephric kidney is okay. So what is the mesonephric kidney? Kidney which is derived from middle part of nephrostome. Kidney which is derived from middle part of nephrostome. Okay. Kidney which is derived from middle part of nephrostome is called mesonephric kidney. This mesonephric kidney useful for eliminates the nitrogenous waste product from the body. Eliminates the nitrogenous waste product from the body. Okay. So next ninth point మనం observe చేసినట్లయితే ninth point. Bony fishes are excrete ammonia. Bony fishes excrete ammonia. Okay. So bony. So bony fishes are considered ammonotelic organism. Okay. Ammonotelic. బోని ఫిషెస్ అంటే ఏంది మీకు తెలుసు లోపల ఎండోస్కెలటన్ ఉంటది కదా ఎండోస్కెలటన్ ఇస్ మేడ్ అప్ ఆఫ్ బోన్ ఎండోస్కెలటన్ ఇస్ మేడ్ అప్ ఆఫ్ బోన్ కాల్డ్ బోని ఫిషెస్ కాల్డ్ బోని ఫిషెస్ ఓకే సో బోని ఫిషెస్ excrete ammonia so these are called ammonotelic organs these are called ammonotelic organs okay but cartilaginous fishes excrete urea cartilaginous fishes. What is cartilaginous fishes? Endoskeleton is made up of cartilage. Endoskeleton is made up of cartilage. Is called cartilaginous fishes. Okay. So next, endoskeleton, cartilaginous, cartilaginous excrete urea. Excrete called ureotelic organ. Called ureotelic organ. Bony fishes excrete ammonia. Called ammonotelic organ. Cartilaginous fishes excrete urea called ureotelic organ. Okay. So these are not edible. తినడానికి ఉపయోగపడవు. Okay. Cartilaginous fishes are not used for food. Okay. So ఆహారముగా ఉపయోగించారు. ఎందుకు? So in their body urea is stored. Okay. So which gives foul smell. Which gives foul smell. అంటే చెడు వాసన వస్తాయి. కాబట్టి these are not edible. తినడానికి ఉపయోగించరు. ఓకే మనం తింటున్నామంటే ఖచ్చితంగా అవి బోని ఫిషెస్ ఓకే రైట్ సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఓకే దీస్ ఆర్ మెయిన్ సెరెండరీ ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫిషెస్ దీస్ ఆర్ మెయిన్ సెరెండరీ ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫిషెస్ ఓకే ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ కమ్ టు ద amphibians ఓకే వాట్ ఆర్ ద cartilaginous fishes అండ్ bony fishes చూస్తాం అది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత కమ్ టు ద amphibians First one, cartilaginous tissue. Next, bone. Bone. First one. Endoskeleton is made up of cartilage. So, endoskeleton is made up of cartilage. Called cartilaginous. Called cartilaginous. Endoskeleton is made up of bone. First one. Endoskeleton made up of bone. Okay. So, bone is called bony fishes. It's called bony fishes. Okay. Right. Next, which lives in only marine. Which lives in marine as well as freshwater. Marine and freshwater. Next one. Caudal fin. Caudal fin. Heterocircle type of caudal fin. Heterocircle. Circle caudal fin is present. What is the heterocircle caudal fin? This is tail. Okay. So tail contain two lobes. One is larger, another is smaller. Such type of tail is called kada. Kada ante tail. So caudal fin is nothing but tail fin. Okay. So heterocircle. What is meant by heterocircle? Okay. So unequal tail lobes are present. Unequal tail lobes are present. Called heterocircle. Heterocircle caudal fin. Okay. Right. Next, in bony fish. In bony, homocircle caudal fin. So homocircle caudal fin is present. What is homocircle caudal fin? Equal tail lobes. Tail lobes are equal. Tail lobes are equal. It is called homocircle. Okay. So, if tail lobes are equal, it is called homocircle caudal fin. If tail lobes are unequal, it's called heterocircle caudal. It's called heterocircle caudal fin. Okay. Right. Next, operculum is absent in cartilaginous. Operculum. Operculum is absent. What is operculum? Put Japan. Okay. So in fish okay. This is operculum. Okay. This is operculum. Okay. ఈ ఓపర్కులం ఇట్లా లిఫ్ట్ చేస్తే గిన దాని కింద గిల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే. సో దాని కింద ఏముంటాయి? గిల్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఓపర్. ఓకే. ఓపర్కులం ఈజ్ ఆబ్సెంట్ ఇన్ cartilaginous fishes. Okay. Operculum is absent. Next, fourth point. Operculum is present. Operculum is present. Operculum is present. Okay. Operculum is present. Operculum is absent. Okay. So this is most important. Next, fifth bit. Okay. In cartilaginous fishes, air bladder is absent. Air bladder. Air bladder is absent. Next, in bony fishes, air bladder is present. Air bladder is present. Air bladder is present. Okay. So air bladder is present. Okay. All right. This is most important bit. Okay. Right. What operculum, air bladder, both are present in bone. Operculum and air bladder both are absent in cartilaginous species. Cartilaginous. Okay. Next, sixth point in cartilaginous species, lamelliform of gills are present. Lamelliform of gills are present. Lamelliform. Lamelliform. Okay. So what is lamelliform? Lamelliform means plate-like gills. Plate. Plate-like gills are present. Okay. So, next, filamentous gills are present. So filamentous gills are present in lamelliform of gills are present. Next, filamentous gills are in bony fishes. Okay. So this is most important bit. Okay. So filamentous gills are filamentous. Next one. These are viviparous. These are viviparous. These are oviparous. Oviparous. మీకు తెలిసింటారు viviparous. Okay. What is meant by viviparous? Okay. So directly birth giving organisms is called viviparous. Direct గా పిల్లల్ని కంటే అని ఏమంటారు అంటే viviparous. Okay. So lace offerings. Lace offerings. Birth giving organisms called viviparous. Oviparous. The organisms lays eggs. The organisms lays eggs is called oviparous. Is called oviparous. Okay. So, next, copulatory organ is present in cartilaginous. Copulatory organ. Copulatory organ is present. Next, copulatory organ is absent. Copulatory organ is okay. So in these cartilaginous species, due to the presence of copulatory organ, internal fertilization is occurred. This is most important. Due to the presence of copulatory organ, internal fertilization is occurred. Okay. Fertilization. Internal fertilization is occur in beneficent. Due to the presence of copulatory organ, internal fertilization is present in cartilaginous species. Okay. Next, due to the absence of copulatory organ, fertilization is external, nothing but in the water. In the water. Okay. So these are difference between cartilaginous species and bony fish. Okay. So example to cartilaginous species is shark. Okay. Shark. Okay. Example to bony fishes. Okay. Exocetus. So exocetus. Exocetus is commonly called flying fish. Exocetus is commonly called flying fish. Okay. So this is over the cartilaginous species and bony fishes. This is most important point. Okay. Next to come to the anterior. Amphibian. Okay. The study of amphibians is called water ecology. So first point, the study of amphibians is called water ecology. Water. Okay. Right. Ah, which lives in water and on the land, called dual mode of life. Okay. So, amphibians exhibit dual mode of life. Mode of life. Nothing but in water, on land, on land. It is a dual mode of life. Okay. What is meant by amphibians? Amphibians means dual mode of life. What is meant by amphibians? Amphibians means dual mode of life, which lives in water and on land, called dual mode of life. Okay. Next one. Amphibians are first tetrapoda organism. Amphibians are first tetrapoda. Tetrapoda organ. What is tetrapoda organ? Tetra means tetra. Tetra means four. Poda means legs. Okay. So four legged. Four legged. Okay. So amphibians means four legged. Amphibians means four legged. Okay. So tetrapoda కింద ఏమేమి వస్తాయి? Amphibians, reptiles, aves, amphibians, reptiles, aves, mammals. All are collectively called tetrapoda. Example tetrapoda. So, amphibian, amphibian, amphibian. Next, reptile. Next, aves. Next, mammal. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. So, all are collectively called tetrapoda, having four legs. So these organisms are contain four legs. Four legs called tetrapoda. Tetrapoda means four legs. Tetrapoda means four legs. Okay. So next one. Fourth point. Uh, Body is divided into head, neck, trunk, neck, 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 head. Okay. So in ఎవరిలో ఇది head, neck, trunk, tail. Actually, amphibia is divided into three orders. Class amphibia is divided into three orders. Okay. So, Urodela. First one, Urodela. Okay. Apoda. Second one. Third one, Amoeba. Okay. Apoda and Amoeba. And Amoeba. Okay. In Urodela organ, body is divided into four parts. Head, neck, trunk, tail. Head, neck, trunk, tail. Okay. Mari in Apoda, body is divided into only head, trunk, tail. Head, trunk, tail. Head, trunk, tail. Neck is absent. Neck is absent in Apoda. This is most important. Okay. So in Apoda, neck is absent. What absent? Neck is absent. So only three parts are present in Apoda. Okay. In Apoda, body is divided into only three parts. Head, trunk, tail. Okay. Neck is absent. Next, in Enura, body is divided into only two parts. Only two parts. Head and trunk. Okay. Head and trunk. Okay. Head to trunk. ఇక్కడ రాస్తా. head and head and trunk. Okay. In Enura, body is divided into only two parts, head and trunk. In Urodila, body is divided into four parts. Okay. So head, neck, 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 trunk, tail. Okay. So this one is in Apoda. Body is divided into only three parts. Only three parts. Head, trunk, tail. Okay. So head, trunk, and neck is up. So this is the difference between Urodila and Apoda. Apoda and Enura. Okay. So this is over the amphibian. This is over the amphibian. Okay. So in amphibians, last simple point, three chambered heart is present in amphibians. Three chambered heart is present in amphibians. Okay. So three chambered heart is present in amphibians. This is most important. Bit. So, next, three chambered. What are two atria? Only one ventricle. Two atria, only one ventricle. Okay. So two atria, only one ventricle. Only one ventricle. Okay. So three chambered heart is present. Three chambered heart is present in amphibians. Okay. So, okay. Next, three pairs of aortic arches supplies the blood to all body parts. Three pairs of aortic arches supplies the blood to all body parts. Supplies the blood to all body parts. Okay. So, next, most important bit in larval amphibians. In larval amphibians, pronephric type of kidney is present. In larval amphibians, pronephric type of kidney is present. Pronephric type of kidney is present. Okay, right. Pronephric. Urlo larval okay. Larval amphibians. Okay. In larval amphibians,
అడగాలి మీకు మనకు పెట్టాను నుంచి ఒక పాడు జాయింట్ అట్టయితే జారిపోద్ది అంకుల్ ఇది తీసి ఇంట్లో పెట్టండి ఏదన్నా పట్టుకోరి
okay, in larval amphibians, this is the larval amphibians. In larval amphibians, pronephric type of kidney is present. In larval amphibians, pronephric type of kidney is present. Okay, so pronephric type of kidney is present in larval amphibians. So this is pronephric. Okay. So this is a pronephric type of kidney is present in larval amphibians. Okay. So, in larval amphibians excrete ammonia. Okay. Excrete ammonia. Larval amphibians excrete ammonia. This is one. Next, seventh point. Adult amphibians. adult amphibians. Adult amphibians are contain mesonymphik type of kidney. Okay. Mesonymphik kidney. Mesonymphik kidney. Okay. So, larval amphibians are contain pronephric kidney. These larval amphibians excrete ammonia. Right. Next, adult amphibians. Okay. These are contain mesonephric kidney. Adult amphibians excrete urea. Okay. So adult amphibians excrete urea called ureotelic organ. Called ureotelic organ. Okay. So ureotelic organ. Okay. Next, larval amphibians excrete ammonia called ammonotelic organ. Called ammonotelic organ. Okay. Right. So these are so these are difference between larval amphibians and adult amphibians. Okay, so right, this is over the amphibians. Next one come to the reptiles. Next one come to the reptiles. Okay, right. Next one reptiles. The study of reptiles is called herpetology. The study of reptiles is called herpetology. Okay. So example to reptiles. ఏమేమి వస్తాయి ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ రెప్టైల్స్ మనం గమనించినట్లయితే ఏమేమి వస్తాయి ఓకే స్నేక్స్ lizards, okay, tortoise, next crocodiles, piranhas. Piranhas అంటే ఉడుము. Okay, so these are example to reptiles. Okay, reptiles are considered first true terrestrial organ. First terrestrial, first terrestrial true, true organism. ఫస్ట్ టెరెస్ట్రియల్ ట్రూ ఆర్గానిక్ అంటే ఏంది భూమి మీదికి వచ్చినటువంటి మొట్టమొదటి జీవులు మొట్టమొదటి వర్టిబ్రేట్స్ ఓకే సో ఎయిర్ అంటే రెప్టైల్స్ ఓకే సో దిస్ ఈజ్ రెప్టైల్ నెక్స్ట్ ఫస్ట్ వన్ టోటల్ బాడీ ఈజ్ కవర్డ్ బై ఎక్టోడర్మల్ ఆరిజినేట్స్ స్కెల్ ectodermal originates ectodermal originates total body is covered by ectodermal originates scale. Okay, right. Next, dentation, same dentation. Okay, ecrodont, homodont, and polyphlore. So dentation, ecrodont, polyphlodont, okay, polyphlodont, polyphlodont, and and Komoda. Okay. Hello, sir. Praveen sir. Praveen sir. So heart. Okay. Partially divided four chambered heart. So this is partially divided four chambered. Okay. So these two are atria. These are atria. This is the right atria. This is the left atria. Okay. Right atrium, left atrium. This is right atrium. This is left atrium. Next, ventricle is partially divided. The ventricle is partially divided. Ventricle is partially divided. So, incompletely divided four chambered heart is present. Incompletely uh, complete divided four chambered heart. Incomplete divided four chambered heart is present in reptiles. Okay. So incomplete divided four chambered heart is present in reptiles. Okay. Right. Next, but in crocodiles, but in crocodiles, but in crocodiles, completely divided four chambered heart is present. Okay. So this is completely divided four chambered heart. Okay. So completely divided four chambered heart. This is right atrium. This is right ventricle. This is left atrium. This is left ventricle. Okay. So completely divided four chambered heart. This is completely complete divided four chambered heart. Four chambered heart. Okay. So complete divided four chambered heart is present in crocodile. Okay, important bit and crocodile. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. This is most important bit. Number of times in public kuda ఇవ్వడం జరిగిందన్న ఈ bit. So complete divided four chambered heart is present in crocodiles. Okay. So this is about heart. Next, metanephric type of kidney is present. Kidney is a metanephric. Okay. Kidney is a metanephric. 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 What is metanephric kidney? Kidney which is derived from posterior part of nephrostome. ఓకే నెఫ్రోస్టోమ్ లో పోస్టీరియర్ పార్ట్ నుంచి కిడ్నీ ఫామ్ అయితే దాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే మెటానెఫ్రిక్ కిడ్నీ. ఓకే. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దిస్ ఈజ్ నెఫ్రోస్టోమ్. దిస్ ఈజ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ యాంటీరియర్ పార్ట్, మిడిల్ పార్ట్, పోస్టీరియర్. Kidney which is derived from anterior part of nephrostome is called pronephric. Kidney which is derived from middle part of nephrostome is called mesonephric. Kidney which is derived from posterior part of nephrostome, which is called metanephric. Kidney which is derived from posterior part of ఇదంతా నెఫ్రోస్టోమ్ ఏనా. నెఫ్రోస్టోమ్ 3 parts గా డివైడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. యాంటీరియర్ పార్ట్, మిడిల్ పార్ట్ అండ్ పోస్టీరియర్ పార్ట్. ఓకే. సో కిడ్నీ which is derived from posterior part of nephrostome is called metanephric kidney. Metanephric kidney. This metanephric kidney is present in reptiles, aves and mammals. This is most important bit nana. So reptiles, aves and mammals. Okay. So cloaca is absent in this. Cloaca is present in this organ. So cloaca is present in this organ. So, like reptiles. Example reptiles. Okay. So lizards, snakes. Okay. Varanus, tortoise, crocodiles. Okay, so these are example to reptiles. These are example to reptiles. Okay, right. Ah, in the reptiles, skin glands are absent. So, skin is dry skin is like. Okay, due to the lack of skin glands in reptiles, dry skin is present. Dry skin is present. Okay, so scales are present on the body. So these scales are ectodermal originates. So ectodermal originates scales. Ectodermal originates scales are present on the body of reptiles. On the body of reptiles. Okay, right. So this is about reptiles. Okay. Next one, reptiles are considered they are excrete uric acid. They are excrete uric acid. Okay? This is most important. So reptiles are considered uricotelic organ. Okay, these are excrete uric acid called excrete uric acid called uricotelic organ. Okay? Uricotelic uricotelic organ. Uricotelic organ. This is most important. Atle reptiles and birds both are excrete uric acid. Reptiles and birds both are excrete uric acid called uricotelic acid. Okay, so reptiles and ewes కూడా. Okay, so ewes is nothing but birds. Reptiles and ewes both are excrete uric acid. So both are considered uricotelic organs. Both are considered uricotelic organs. Okay, so this is over the reptiles. Next, come to aves. Next class, I will see about aves. So I am leaving.